To pause for a moment, I have identified so far 6 qualities I suggest judges demonstrate in their work. To recapitulate, they are humanity, loyalty, resilience, determination, a high personal ethic, and being just. Now to continue with the list of the 12 qualities. 7th, courage. Judges must apply the law impartially. This combines with their necessary resilience. It also means a judge speaks up when and where appropriate, or, alternatively, remains silent in the face of negative commentary so as to protect the institution of the court and the people served by it. The 8th quality, fervour. Judges work for a very long time on the same job, yet even when they retire, they have a strong sense of duty towards and commitment for the greater good of society. So we see inquiries, royal commissions and investigations requested by government of retired judges on areas from bushfires to child protection, from forensic science error to public sector impropriety, from corruption to law reform. Ultimately, the judge conveys commitment, interest and enthusiasm for people's work and ideas. In other words, passion for the delivery of justice. The 9th quality, creativeness. Whilst it varies from court to court, generally all members of the judiciary aim to do things as well and as efficiently as they might. Thus, they necessarily create new ways to do things. I give the specialist commercial court within the Supreme Court as an example. It was created to provide the Victorian business community with a fast, flexible and expert way to determine commercial disputes. Despite the old-fashioned images some might visualise, modern judges are flexible and indeed modern in their outlook. Hence, these days, judges undergo 360-degree peer reviews and courtcraft coaching. They are actually coached about the way they perform in court so that they may do their job better. Overall, to decide a case, a judge must think laterally to solve the problems before them. 10th, dignity. There is much pomp and circumstance with courts. Our practices are very ritualistic. You need only think of the scarlet robes, the wigs. Generally, this contributes to the gravity of the circumstance before the court and, importantly, the majesty of the law. The key is the dignity of the central judicial figure, the judge on the bench. Contrary to what some may believe, we do not and cannot conduct ourselves as sometimes portrayed on television, particularly American television. A judge exudes poise and presence and reflects the culture of the institution. The judge behaves appropriately for the occasion. The 11th quality, intellectual confidence. A judge needs self-confidence in their own individual intellectual capacity to embrace the work and the demands of the role. They assume a heavy, high-pressured and constant workload. It usually demands not just the hard grind, but the application of intellectual rigour. The last quality, toughness. A judge needs to have a strong side. If an individual needs to or tries to challenge a judge, they should perceive quickly that a judge will test them, not tolerate time wasting and require directness. A judge represents the gravitas of the judicial office. They have the power to sentence a person to prison for life. They have the power to injunct a government or the largest corporations in the land. In applying the law, judges exercise the last application of the power of the state. No individual, government, corporation or group is exempt from the finality of that application of power. It is the key to our democracy, the application of the rule of law. So, that is the list. It is by no means exclusive. They are the 12 qualities that struck me when I compiled my list of men and women who have had an impact on my life. It is a little test you might like privately to try for yourself. It will be a revelation, I expect. In modern writing on leadership, there is emphasis on leadership and organisational culture. I have read about awareness of perceived situation, vision and mission, follower attribution, charisma, leader-follower relationship, and other business and analytical concepts. I do not approach my role that way. I do not expect my colleagues would either. The normal human value of goodness and the qualities flowing from that fundamental value inform what we do as judges. The 12 qualities I listed are demonstrative of the pursuit of the fundamental value of goodness. Whilst judge-centric, I suspect the 12 characteristics I listed, let me repeat them: humanity, loyalty, resilience, determination, ethical pursuit, justice, courage, fervour, creativeness, dignity, intellectual confidence, and toughness, are universal qualities that resonate in professional life for all of us. But I also suspect that these qualities are fundamental to the exercise of leadership in all aspects of life, not just our professional lives. Leadership is not a human behaviour that occurs in government, business, academia, or the sporting arena. It's not just there. It is called for in almost every human situation and aspiration. We are all alternatively looking for or providing leadership in the myriad of human interactions that make up the totality of our lives. As a judge, I have attempted to identify leadership qualities that seem critical to the work of the judge, yet I expect they are defining qualities across our social spectrum. Thank you.